Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome to Verbling. Hi, I'm Teacher Oakley. And in this class, we are going to examine transition words in English. I highly encourage you to download the document underneath the class description in Verbling, because there you will find one long list of different transition words, many of which we'll be examining, but it's a handy thing to have. Now, transition words in English are very important. They're very important because basically they are the organizational element in speaking English. They're what organizes our speech. In writing, they are what organizes writing, gives the essential pattern and coherence to writing and speech. We use these words to kind of signal what we're about to say. You may hear transition words called different things. You may hear them referred to as discourse markers. They're all really the same thing, okay? You may hear them called discourse markers, or signal words, or signal phrases. Really pretty much the same thing. Now, anybody who's studying for an IELTS, TOEIC, TOEFL, CAE, any English-speaking exam, I assure you, every English-speaking exam I've ever seen puts a very high priority on proper use of transition words. It's absolutely essential to getting a top score. So you need to spend some time studying these things if you're going to be taking any standardized English-speaking test. Definitely. Welcome, Vu. Hello, Vu, again.
Nice to see you again, teacher.
Likewise. Okay. Vu, we're going to talk about transition words for a bit. I'm going to share with you many examples, and we're going to practice using them, how and when to use them.
Yes.
Okay. Let me do a little screen share here so you can see as well as hear me talk about. All right. What are transitions and how are they used? All right. Transitions are phrases or words used to connect one idea to the next, what is called coherence in English speaking. If you are coherent, actually the word coherent has a couple uses. If someone got hit in the head, all right, playing football, and they hit their head, and so I may have to check if that person is coherent. Do they can they understand simple things? Can they speak? If I ask a question, what is your name? Where are you? What time is it? Are they coherent? Can they answer these simple questions? When we talk about coherence in language, in English, we're talking about, do your ideas connect? Does one sentence connect logically with the next sentence, which connects logically with the next sentence? Here's an example of incoherence in English. Monkeys like bananas. I need to sharpen my pencil. I like root beer and ice cream. Those three sentences have absolutely no connection to each other. They are incoherent. There's no transitions. They're just statements all in a row that really don't connect. We use transitions to connect ideas. Uh, okay. Going right along with that, the progress from one idea to the next. All right, that's almost saying the same thing. Transitions also show relationships from one idea to the next, within a paragraph, within a sentence, between the main idea and the support the author gives for those ideas. Okay, mentioning the author here, extremely important in writing, but also transitions are important in speaking. They make your speech easier to follow, easier to understand. Okay, different transitions do different things. All right. Starting out, not mentioned in my list of transitions here. So starting out, I'd like to mention if you're giving an opinion, that's one sort of transition word or phrase that you're going to use. Vu, what's a transition word or phrase I might use to give an opinion?
Uh, I think, in my opinion, from my point of view,
Excellent.
yes.
Yes, from my perspective, excellent. I just simply I think, which of course we're going to say any of those things when we're starting out to give an opinion to signal the fact that hey, I'm about to speak an opinion, so the listener knows that. Very good. Not really important, but transitions may be additive, adding information, adversative or adversarial, to give a contrasting idea or to present a contrasting idea. Casual. Okay. Lots of things like fortunately or unfortunately or occasionally. All right. Casual kind of gives a little bit of information just to aid the conversation, and sequential. First, second, third, fourth. All right, after that and later to show sequence, often to show time sequence. Uh, okay, let me say a quick hello to Raul. Hello, Raul.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing okay, Raul.
That's
Uh,
great.
great. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna look at some transitions, discourse markers, signal words and phrases, whatever you want to call them. They're called different things, but they are the same thing. All right, additive transitions, adding information. All right, to add. Uh, okay. Indeed. Further. Okay. Either or, but also as well. All right, these look kind of weird for some reason. Also, moreover, what is more? Let's try using a couple of these. Let's try some of the more let's try an easy one. First of all, Vu, can you make a sentence using the word moreover?
Moreover,
Yeah.
uh, I I like to play football. Moreover, keen I am keen on swimming.
You're keen on swimming.
Mm,
Swimming?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Pronunciation. Swimming. All right. Moreover, I'm keen on swimming. Okay. Very good. And Vu,
Oh,
nice use of.
teacher, I don't know how to use as well.
as well.
Yes.
Uh, okay. Well, let's see if Raul knows how to use it. Raul, do you think you can use as well in a sentence?
Um, well, I think I do. Maybe I could say I like to swim as well as I like boxing.
Ah, okay. Wait a minute. That's a little bit different. Uh, I um, I like to swim as well as box.
Yes. Is
Okay.
that wrong?
The way you said it has a different meaning. All right.
Uh-huh.
Can you guys both see the Verbling chat box?
Okay.
All right. I like to swim as well as box. That means it's just like moreover. Okay, I like to swim. Moreover, I enjoy boxing. Okay, I'm just adding another thing. If you say as well as, I like to swim uh, as well as I like boxing, that kind of means this. It's similar to saying as much as I like
Okay.
boxing. So I like them to a similar amount, to a similar degree, I should say.
All
Uh,
right.
okay, uh, so I like to swim as well. I like swimming as well as boxing. Okay, I like both those things. I like swimming as well as I like boxing means the same amount. So there's a slight difference in meaning there, saying it those two
Okay.
different ways. Okay, let's let's try a couple more difficult ones. Vu, can you try
Oh,
as a matter of fact?
as the matter of fact, mhm,
Hmm,
let me think.
okay.
Mm,
And while
uh,
you're thinking, Raul, try to think of one. How could you use this in a sentence? In all honesty, Raul, think about that. I'll come back to you in a second. Uh,
Okay.
all right, Vu. As a matter of fact,
yes, family is the center of society. As the matter of fact, the government should take care of family.
okay.
Yes.
Uh, First of all, be careful to say a. Use the article a, not the.
I
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. It has to be as a matter of fact, not as the matter of fact.
okay.
Okay. As a matter of fact, the government. All right. The government. All right. Okay. As a matter of fact, we use to actually give kind of an example of something. Here, let me give you an example sentence. I have have always enjoyed dogs. As a matter of fact, I have had 4 different dogs in my life. All right. Kind of use it to add a point, but kind of also as an example or a better, mm, a more accurate statement. Your answer was not bad. Okay, Vu, I might change it slightly. The family is the most important aspect of modern society. As a matter of fact, the government has pinpointed the need for strengthening the family.
Oh,
Mm.
can you write for me, teacher? A long question.
uh, as a matter of fact, the government should take care of them. Okay. Well, Uh, okay, hang on. Uh, as a matter of fact, I don't know. I mean, you could say a lot of things. This is not a correct answer. This is one of a possible 1,000 correct answers. Uh, uh, I don't know. Something like this. Family is the center of society. As a matter of fact, the government has started more programs to strengthen the family. Something like that, maybe.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Hello, Ken. Welcome.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, we're fooling around with transition words, trying to actually use them in sentences in a practical way. Raul, all right.
Yes.
Try using the phrase "in all honesty."
Okay, well, in all honesty, my English is awful.
Now I know why you're laughing. And in all honesty, that was pretty good. Okay, actually, that was perfect use of this. Okay, notice, all right, this transition word or phrase in this case, really, it's a phrase. He's using this at the beginning of the sentence, right? They may come at the beginning of the sentence. They may come to join two clauses together. Um, okay. Yeah. Let's try. That was perfect. Perfect use of that. To tell the truth would be very much the same. To tell the truth, my English is not so good. Uh, it's very good, Raul. Don't kid
Thank you.
yourself. Okay, Ken, you want to try one? How would you use the transition to say nothing of?
To say nothing, oh, what does this mean?
What does this mean? Okay, we use this to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, we use this to make a point, to say nothing of. Uh, Actually, we're adding something, just like we would say moreover, or furthermore, or as well, or also, any of these things, but in a slightly different way.
Mm-hmm.
To say nothing of, we use to introduce something that's even more important than the first thing we said. Um, okay, desserts are delicious. Uh, Cookies and cakes are yummy, to say nothing of pies, which are just the most fabulous invention that has ever been created.
Mm-hmm.
All right, meaning that pies are even better
Mm-hmm.
than cakes and cookies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Uh, yeah, or it could be a negative, you know. Uh, uh, okay, marriage is difficult. You have emotional issues, to say nothing of finances,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
need to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Computer is useful. To nothing of, it is useful for English learning as well.
Okay. All right, so you probably be more specific. Computers are very useful. Uh, they can help me amuse myself with games, to say nothing of actually helping learn English. Something like that.
Yes.
Okay. So this would probably come after you've stated some kind of opinion. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
you're giving your supporting reasons. Here's a supporting reason. here's a more important supporting reason. And okay, similar to that, let alone is very similar to the same idea, much less. Okay, is the same idea but negative. So I'm going to give another point that's not as strong. Okay, let's see. Oh, all right. Computers can help you to learn English. Much less importantly, they can pass the time uh, by amusing you with games. All right. Okay, going the other way, the other direction, where the second point is not as important. To say nothing of, let alone, also not to mention. Okay, same thing. You're giving another point. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, obviously, kind of messed up the size of my thing here. All right. Okay, let's look at some transitions to talk about introducing an example. All right. We, of course, I'm sure you guys we all know, for example. Okay. All right. For example, very simple. For instance, or such as. All right. These are very commonly known ways to give an example, but there are more. We can use like, especially to give a specific example. Sometimes just as. If we're making a comparison example. Okay. I forget what that's called. Or specific example, particularly, or in particular. Vu, can you give me a sentence with maybe one of these three? Notably, in particular, or particularly. Excuse me.
In particular, oh my God. In particular, swimming is the good way to enhance my strength.
Okay. All right. So because this is a transition word, you're using it to signal an example. So, okay, it would probably come after a more general statement, right? There are many ways to increase muscular strength. In particular, swimming
Is the best way.
is the best way. There you go. Yeah, great. All right. Notably, swimming has the best overall effect on muscle tone. Something like that. All right. Okay. Raul, how would you use to illustrate or as an illustration? Do you have any idea?
Well, I think. Um, Let me think.
No, a little more challenging.
Mm, Well, maybe I can say when I'm trying to explain something like, about what I do, and I could say this is what I do to illustrate. Here is a diagram or something.
Okay.
Easy
You're
way.
You're thinking about the actual verb use of illustrate. Okay. Actually, what we mean with this transition word, we're trying to illustrate in your brain. We're trying to paint a picture in your brain. Okay. You would use this transition word or transition phrase to introduce the idea, maybe something like an experiment or a description of an actual event, which proves your point, which shows your point. Um, okay. Uh, okay. If I say, let's see, soccer has become more and more corrupt and more players are breaking the rules. To illustrate this, just look at the example of Suarez or whatever his name is, the the player who bit another player during the World Cup. To illustrate this, okay, you can look at a particular example of an event. It would be very common to use this to introduce information about an experiment. As an illustration, look at the experiment done by whoever, Walter Guggenheim. All right, and then explain, and then talk about an experiment. To illustrate, you want to talk about actions which paint a picture in your brain. Is kind of the idea.
Okay.
All right. Often to talk about maybe an experiment. Actually, it's very common. All right. Reference. Okay. Now, this is common not only for test taking, but really this is common in business. Oh, okay. This. Notice you have this. You would actually probably normally say what it is. Okay, you're referring back to something else. Ken?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, how would you use any, I don't know, any of these? With regards to, these are common, regarding, how would you use these? How would you use regarding this or with regards to this? Can you think of a way to use that in a sentence?
Regarding this issue, we should discuss more about this, that.
Okay, regarding this issue, I think more discussion is needed.
Yes.
How about that? Okay. Sure. Uh, Now, it would be a little bit different with considering. Um, okay. Vu,
Maybe,
yeah.
sorry. Maybe considering means thinking, but regarding means in terms of.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Right. So, Vu, how could you use considering?
Considering the reason of my course, I would like to I want to study. I want to continue studying master course.
Hmm. You, you kind of lost me on that. Could you say that one more time?
Yes, considering the reasons of my course.
Considering the reasons of my course.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, that phrase doesn't actually make sense. Considering the reasons of my course.
I want to keep continuing, keep continuing, keep keep. I want to continue studying master course.
Okay. All right. I want to. Okay. I don't know why you would need any of these reference questions with any of those statements. Basically, what you're saying is, I want to continue studying in my master's for my master's in my master's course.
I think considering maybe think about something. After that, we decide to.
Well, let me try. Considering the possible outcomes of our decision, uh, we need to have many more meetings to plan our position.
Yeah.
Often we're going to be considering or thinking about future outcomes. I think that's a very considering the possible ramifications. You're basically talking about future possibilities when you use considering. When you use regarding or with regards to, you're talking about present tense. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
I think you would use considering to talk about
Future.
future outcomes, ramifications, possibilities. Okay. So all right. Regarding this, with regards to this, all right, kind of present tense. Considering this, future. We often use something like the fact that would be more like the past or concerning the fact that he robbed the bank. Pretty much tells me that he is a criminal. All right. All right. On the subject of his recent bank robbery, I would like to say he belongs in prison. All right. Okay. Probably the most common in these reference transitions with regards to, these are super common in business. Business writing, emails. All right. In fact, we often just say RE. We have a abbreviation, which means regarding. Right? Okay. If we want to make a similar point, all right. Similarly, likewise, here's an interesting one. By the same token, Raul, can
Yes.
you think of a possible way to use a sentence using this phrase? By the same token. That's a hard one. I know.
Yeah, so I don't even know what is token. What does it mean?
It really doesn't
Token.
matter. Actually, this phrase means exactly the same thing as similarly.
Similarly.
Okay.
Um, I could be I like to dress. I like to dress very well. Similarly, my brother does.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, okay, but also I could just use a simple additive connective. Also, my brother does. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Ken, can you think of a way to use any of these phrases? Likewise,
Mm-hmm.
equally, similarly, in the same way, in a like manner. Can you use any of these in a sentence to illustrate? Oh yeah, how they are used. Oh, there you go.
Uh, Likewise, uh, this issue is serious issue now in the world.
Okay, back it up. Where's the first information? Okay, overpopulation is a concern. Likewise,
Mhm.
um,
Maybe
global
global
warming.
warming.
There you go, Ken. Great minds think alike. Okay, there you go. Overpopulation is a concern. Likewise, global warming it must also be considered
Mhm. Yeah.
as a major threat. Okay. Hmm. In the same way, you could use the same equally. Okay, of course, the emphasis would be that overpopulation and global warming are equal in measure, in
Mhm.
weight, in degree. Uh, now, okay, so any of these, likewise, similarly, equally, very similar in a like manner. Okay, by the same token is slightly different. Uh, Actually, we use by the same token to kind of well, oh, yeah, it's pretty much the same. But usually we're comparing similar examples. All right. Dogs make good pets. I've had a dog, for example, I've had a dog for 14 years. He's never run away. Oh, maybe I can use it to introduce a different idea. By the same token, although cats make good pets, my cat runs away pretty much every other day. Uh, okay, a similar idea, but maybe with a different outcome. Even though these ideas are similar, they may have a difference. Okay, dogs and cats make good pets. Um, uh, my dog has never run away from my house. By the same token, on the other hand, my cat has run away several times. So this is a tricky one here. You use it to talk about, introduce another idea that is similar, but something is slightly different. So it's not quite, it's somewhere in the middle of similarity and, on the other hand, however, or but, introducing a completely opposite idea. So this one's kind of unique and tricky. Okay. Now, all right. Identification. This is pretty simple. That is, or that is to say, uh, namely or specifically. Okay. And then name it. What is it exactly? You're talking about something in general, and you need to talk about something in specific. That is to say, I mean, to put it another way. Why would you use vous? Why would you use to put it in another way, or in other words, often in spoken English?
I don't know, teacher. I never use them.
I use them all the time because I'm a teacher. Uh, Raul, why would you use one of these structures? Do you have any idea?
Well, I can say we are having some troubles. In other words, the percent has decreased. I don't
Mm,
know.
okay. All right. Possibly, but that's I don't know the I don't know the surrounding information, so it's possible to use it that way. But you use these structures to if you're trying to clarify something. Um, okay. Uh, oh, well, here we go. The clarification is just reversed. It's well, there it is. Okay, I use these structures actually to give another example to explain it in a different way. Uh, okay, transition words organize your speech. To put it in another way, they make your speech more coherent by putting it in a logical order. In other words, it sequences your ideas. Okay, I just explained the same thing in 3 words and connected it with these clarifiers. That is to say, okay. Can you try this, Ken? This is actually very common in spoken. You would see this, rather hear this in spoken English, not really in written English. Oh, it's possible in written English, but more common spoken. Give
Okay.
it a try.
Globe and the Earth is, in other words, globe.
The
Or
what? Arse?
to put the word Earth another way is globe. That makes sense. I try to kind of explain the definition of words.
Of what? Lawyers?
No, English teacher often say so. Do this. You know, the word to explain the word, they try to
World.
search a synonym.
Okay.
I mean, similar words. Has
Oh,
similar
in
meaning.
other words, Earth.
Yes, Earth and globe. Yes.
Globe. Ah,
Globe.
okay.
Yeah, globe.
Globe.
B.
World.
Globe.
Earth. Okay, the first one you said is Earth.
Earth.
Earth. Okay, the world, in other words, the Earth. We wouldn't say globe, though, Ken.
Really?
I
Globe?
understand. We would definitely say the world, I mean the Earth, or that is to say, the Earth. We would rarely use globe because globe actually refers to a model of the world.
That small Earth
Yeah,
kind of thing. That's a globe. That's a globe.
yeah.
I see.
It can mean the Earth. The globe spins around this. It can mean the Earth. It would be. Around the globe. All right. Obviously, there are many languages around the globe. Obviously, I'm talking about the Earth, or the world. I don't know how to explain that. There are certain co-locations where you would use that, but he travels around the globe.
But if I say the globe only, that means that small Earth.
Well, that's the first thing that's where my brain
Okay.
goes.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, exactly. It used together in co-location and in relation to other words, it makes perfect sense as a substitute. Right, exactly. Okay, all right. Vu, have we just confused you? Do you know how you would use in other words?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. In other words, affirmative. Okay. Get my joke there. Okay. Adversative transitions. Okay, negative. Conflict. But, by the way of contrast, whereas, while, on the other hand. All right. Vu, can you make a sentence with on the other hand?
Yes. On on the on the one hand, um, family is the center of society. On the other hand, family family is the home for everyone.
Okay. All right. A little confusing. The family on the other, what was the second part? On the other hand, the family is not home for everyone.
Now, on the other hand, family is a home for everyone.
Okay, well, those are two very similar ideas. It's important and family is a home for everyone. Those are two positive ideas. That doesn't really work. You want to talk about conflicting ideas.
Oh
All
yes,
right. Okay. Population growth spurs economic growth. One helps the other. On the other hand, population growth causes many problems with pollution and lack of I don't know, supplies, like lack of goods and services. Okay. So one hand it's good, and on the other hand bad.
yes.
All right, Raul, can you try to make a contrasting statement? You can use any of these.
Contrast.
When in fact, in contrast, conversely, whereas.
Uh, um, well, however, I think it's interesting word because I heard you could say I am a good engineer. However, I still having some troubles with my code,
Uh,
maybe.
you're still having trouble with codes? Oh, I get it.
My coding, yeah, the
My code.
program.
Yeah. I got you. However,
Yeah.
I'm still having a problem. Okay, yes, that's good. Actually, that's perfect. All right. All right.
Okay.
I'm a very good engineer. However, I'm still having problems with my coding. Okay. That's perfect. All right, very good. Ken, uh, can you try making a contrasting or conflicting statement? Pick a
Okay.
different one, whatever you like.
Mm,
When in fact, and yet,
mm, eh,
by way of contrast.
Contrast. Mm, why,
Still.
still, global overpopulation is happening, uh, while global warming is also happening.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually showing um, that's something different. You're talking about time. All right.
Okay,
Those two things
not
are happening at the same time.
contrast.
You're thinking of meanwhile
Okay.
at the same time.
Mm.
Uh,
On the one hand, uh, people are overproducing in the world. On the other hand, people want to stop uh, uh, releasing CO2 in the air.
okay. All
Mm.
right. And just to be clear, how do you use while for contrast or conflict? Let me give you an example. Day is very well lit, while nighttime is dark. All right, simple as that.
Mhm.
All right. So just to express an exact opposite idea, usually.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Uh, okay, dogs are friendly while tigers are ferocious. Okay, something
Mhm.
like that. Still is another odd one here. You have to do it in a specific way. Uh, um, okay, a man has evolved a great deal in the last 100,000 years. Still, there is a savage lurking inside all men. Still, there are elements of animal behavior, even in today's society. Okay. Uh, yeah, could use though the same way as still. Okay. Emphasizing points. For emphasis, even more, above all, indeed, more importantly, besides. Okay, we use these transition words when we want to emphasize something. More important. Above all, eat a good breakfast. Okay. It's important to have a balanced diet. Indeed, indeed, a balanced diet will determine how long you live. Okay. More importantly, it's important to eat a good breakfast. Okay. What are these? Concessions. Do you know what a concession is? And I'm not selling popcorn. Okay. Uh, Vu, do you know what a concession is?
Uh, I th I don't know the meaning of concession, but I see in the list. I
Mm-hmm.
I I guess concession maybe give the opposite opinion.
Yes, very good. First of all, concession has totally two absolutely strangely different meanings. First of all, a concession, when you go to the movies, you probably go to the concessions to buy popcorn and soda. That's called a concession, by the way. And also, a concession is when the verb is concede a point. I give up a point to you. Okay. All right. I'm partly wrong. Okay. If I concede something to you, I give up something to you. Uh, so, yeah. Uh, okay. Admittedly, okay. Admittedly, although I don't like cats, admittedly, some people find cats to be wonderful pets. Um, I don't like cats. Nonetheless, many people enjoy petting a cat and, all right, listening to it purr. Okay. Granted, okay, granted that cats are annoying, some people still enjoy them. Okay. How about these common phrases? In spite of this, Raul, can you use this in a sentence? Or despite this?
Uh, despite, well, I could say I am earning a lot of bonus despite of my fault,
uh, despite
maybe.
of, well, probably you probably don't need a of. Despite my faults. Yeah. Yeah.
My
Okay.
fault.
Yeah. You only use of when you use this phrasing. In spite of. In spite of my faults, I'm making a good salary. Even though I make frequent mistakes. In spite of this, I make a great salary. Okay. Funny, actually. All right. Even though. Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh, Dismissal. All right. Either way, whichever happens, whatever happens. in either case. Ken, how could you use one of these phrases
Mm-hmm.
at any rate?
In, in either case, we can conclude this fact like this.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Either
have
way.
great example, but just
Uh,
yeah,
okay.
just
Either way. Yeah, believe it or not, I understood that. Okay, so you're going to have the same result, no matter which
Mm-hmm.
thing happens. All right. Vu, okay, can you use whatever happens in a sentence?
Um, whatever happens, I will go to the stadium this evening.
Okay. No matter what happens, I will go to the. Okay, all the same. Uh, okay, whatever happens, keep your helmet on. In any event, all right. Okay, my example is slightly different. After the fact, in any event, yeah, we're gonna proceed with the plan. All right, no matter what. Okay. All right. There's a lot more, actually. Maybe you have to have some more classes at a different time. There are just a ton of transition words here. I, unfortunately, I'm out of time. Uh, okay, Vu, just quickly, watching the World Cup is a good way to entertain yourself. Is a good way, one of
Okay,
many ways, to entertain when in fact it is a waste of time. Not two pupils, four pupils.
okay, teacher. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any questions? Sorry, I'm out of time. Got to go. Questions? Questions? No, no, no. I've got to go. Maybe I'll have to do different kind of transition classes in the future. Too much information today. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Take
Okay.
care.